I'm going to wait for a bit until a bunch of people come in and listen because, I think I figured something out again. I'll wait till all the Pop-Tarts go and call the other Pop-Tarts and say, oh boy, she's got something to say. So everybody go call everybody's creator, all you big YouTubers that have people who come in and watch me talk about the wrenches that you hold. Okay. Hi. I was no, not the glare. Glare is not involved. Glare is not involved. Because the glare was a prominent YouTuber before these other YouTubers. Because there was this guy. Him and I used to fight all the time. What the hell was his name? It had something to do with Marmaduke or something. Marmaduke the dog or what. Him and I always used to fight in Glare's channel, okay? He'd time me out all the time, you know? So that's where, because I belong to all these other channels, okay? Truthy Magoo. No, not that one. It was somebody like, I can see his face. He had blonde hair. He had this name. Because him and I got into a fight because he started talking about this black rapper one time. I said, don't say nothing about black rappers because this guy's a fucking face black rapper and he's a comedian. He's a great big fucking bear. If you know about way back then. And this is before I knew BX Beastie Boy, so it's before my big boy, okay? And I belonged to Chasing Truth at the time. I belonged to, there's a girl in Canada, I can't remember her name, but she's really, really pretty, okay? Because somebody will probably tell me her name so I can go back and subscribe to her. Because it's all around the Avery case, okay? Then there was a person who had a channel, Rubber Ducky, okay? Yeah. You guys say hi to, are you both guys? Really? I got two guys in here listening. No way. Do I got two guys in here for once listening? Two guys. Okay. Because it's why I like the glare. Because he made music, and when I would go, oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay, but because you had the Dean there, you made me think of my nephew because the last live, okay? And you with your bearing guitar, your dad, if you are his son, your daddy taught you how to do music. Your daddy was gone for a time, but your daddy, he has that aura, but he plays music. Okay, you know what I'm trying to say? People who give music out to the world. You know, you are gifts. You are given a gift from a time. Your daddy taught you this from a time before because you guys are gifts of telling music, you know. That's why you get to play music every time because you did this before. You are storytellers that used to go. Before there was this music, you used to sing in the streets. You're our town criers. But you and your daddy are together now as men teaching other men. Because I saw when, okay, I'm going to have to do a puff. Because when I saw your daddy, if you are his son, okay? Oh, okay. Okay, if your nephew's a nephew of a rapper, can he do a beat for me? Because we'll make him a star because my rainbow, my chocolate guys. Oh, okay, I got to get you in touch with the rappers of the rappers, okay? Because there's guys that are doing beats, okay? Because they're my chocolate rainbow, okay? Because you guys that do beats and drive cars and do this stuff and drive cars and shoot people on a video game, you do it on a video game so you don't go out in the streets and drive fast and shoot people because you're warriors. You know what I'm trying to say? Okay? Okay. I copy and paste my lives because somebody is cloning people in my lives. That's what I did with the last live. That's why I'm on now. You can look in an old live I just looked through, and a girl who I thought was, I think it was Kim Holmes again. They cloned her ID to sum up something else. So I pray you guys are who you are. Oh, you work at Wendy's. That fucking hamburgers, the square ones where you could cheese in between. Sorry, you're making me hungry. No, like there's a video of the last video that I made. I put a video that I reposted in there because I'm going back into old lives about a month ago. The people that were in there talking to me, that's not even who was talking to me. Because it was supposed to be, I can't remember which girls, but I didn't watch the whole live because I'm going, that's not even her. It's some bot name, some sex person. Okay? So this is what I'm saying about, like, guys giving women a wrench that think they're nice because this girl thought she was being nice on Griff's channel, but came into the day like, oh, to you, I'll speak her name again because she thought she was being a nice girl, okay? And did you catch of that, who was in my live that day, calming me down about her baby, making tents, okay? And she ate Pop-Tarts the night before, so it's like she was my little itchy bitchy because she had Pop-Tarts and I didn't. But I got a box in the house right now, so neener. Because I only got one box, and if I start, it'll be gone tomorrow. And I won't have nothing here. Just saying. So I really think Pop-Tarts should be sending Pop-Tarts to me. They're getting free advertisement. Everybody's going and buying more Pop-Tarts. Probably more people are going buying donut holes and throwing them at the police and saying, Kimmymonster in Canada said to do it, don't tell. Yeah, like, but this is what I'm trying to tell. Like, I unsubbed to her because I said to her, because I got bitched out for going up on a live and I didn't know I wasn't supposed to talk about something, but I did about Darian Brown and I fucked up her live. Okay, sorry, bitch, but okay, because I am who I am. I'm green eggs and ham, okay? I didn't know if you're going up there and you like whatever. Don't tell me to come up and then say, wait, Kimmy, and the fucking live, like, the one girl's face is doing this, and I'm dyslexic, and I had to go out because I threw up, because it's doing this, like when I look at that Duchess of Oh, that fucking, she's now a Duchess, A.V. Pennington. When I see her face when she goes up online, it does this. She's not pretty. She's ugly, okay? So this means that woman is evil. She's spinning something. So anyways, but not that my girl was evil. It's just the face was doing something. It was like somebody was fucking with. Because other people, yeah. She's Duchess. She's now become she was A.F. Pennington, and now she's become a Duchess. See? Duchess, spin on that. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Oh yeah, be careful. Because whoever was somebody was, she was A.F. Pennington until everybody started to bug her. Because I said your fucking videos are Illuminati shit. Because every time he puts one of those videos on, I get fucking sick. And it's like I get put into a trance. See, I have no fucking red lights in here and it's going. And it does this fucking thing to me. So and I didn't know I was dyslexic. Because everybody who does all of your emojis in the side chat, it jumps out at me too, like, bleh, and it puts me in a fucking trance. So that's how I found out who were the gamers using multiple IDs in the same chat. So it may look like there's 1,000 people in there, but it's not. It's because, from what I found out the other day, you could have 50 IDs. So if you got 50 people with 50 IDs, or that, like, that's just saying, right? Watch the women that do the great big fucking thing posting for Benny Keys, and all the flashing and the stars, and become a cult member of the Benny Keys, the Benny Keys. Yeah, well, AF, whatever she was before, she's now a Duchess. Like, fuck. Fuck, who crowned her a Duchess of what? Because she gained a channel, because everybody who gets love from Betty Keys gets 1,000 to 2,000 subscribers. Except for me. Right? Except for Kimmymonster in Canada. I hate this fucking computer. Okay, Flip. Come on, Flip. No, it's gotta go this way today. This is why watches don't work with me, computers don't work with me, cell phones never did. That's why I love the game Dungeons and Dragons, going around in a tunnel like Rambo Last Blood. Because every time I watch that movie, I kill Benny Gates in it. A fucking computer. Now I see why. Arnold said, meet the Terminator. Terminated. Oh, okay, now I'm uprighted, I think. Put your glasses on. You need glasses like I do, because I haven't done nothing with my hair. Because I'm keeping it gray, you know. As the blonde goes out, see, it's kind of greasy over here. And you can go like this. And anybody ever remember Cousin It? How I walk. If they don't start streaming me and saying she's fucking crazy. Adam's Family, Cousin It, right? Or was that the Monsters? I don't know. I got my oldies mixed up. Because I was an actor, I think, in another life. I think this is why my hubby won't let me get out of the house. Oh, Chris, cool. Oh, did he look? Where did his wedding ring go? The Masonic what? See, I knew a guy. I knew a guy who was belonged to the Masonic Church here. He hated my lipstick. This is white. Just imagine me wearing black. Well, it wasn't black. It was dark red. Scarlet red. I was getting it was around the time, you know, the old copiers where somebody would copy things for you so it would like fold in together. They had that technology for me at the time. And it was, they were typing out a book for me on Celtic magic. Using Celtic magic, like I said, don't fuck with me because it's Celtic magic, but a bada boom comes out. Because I was taught certain magic. If you're good, I will never teach any bad magic, because if I do this, it comes back to me. Because of the names I was given and why I sit like I do. I sat like this for many moons, as I say. And because I'm dyslexic, and now because my fingers are broken, I can't write. My hands hurt every day. And the person who said about my wrinkled hands, you know, the old wringer washers. My hands went in between them. And my thumbs, thank God, went like this around the bottom roller. Enough to the point that I screamed, passed out. I don't remember after that. There's too many times when I almost died that I passed out, or if somebody died in an area, I passed out. Walked out of, I don't want to say how many. I know there's 5 accidents. My connection is going to go out. I've been electrocuted. Well, my son's in the big old where's the sparks coming from? Meanwhile, I'm being, and the electricity's coming out of my finger because I was baking a cake that big around. Chocolate cheesecake for a feast that I was going to mix the cream for to put on top of the cake, and I wasn't looking, and the faceplate wasn't on the faceplate, and my son jumped up and footballed me into the living room. Because we had to go to a feast, I got back up, did whatever I had to do, went to the feast as this man who was an electrician said, "Why aren't you at the hospital?" With the amount of electricity, he told me I shouldn't be walking. He told me, because I said, "I'm not going to no hospital. I don't do hospital. That's dead people." Okay? And I didn't really know it then, but so he told me that I will get, and I did, releases of the electricity that went through my body all over. I was so bad. I looked like my husband, head to toe, even in my scalp. I looked like I was a leopard or those spotted aminos. I always say aminos because I love aminos. But it was so bad because we played baseball. And I'm not missing a baseball game because I play third base, So this arm here, with at that time, 6-inch nails, or however long, I could throw a fucking baseball to first base. So guess how good I was as a baseball player, because everybody knows when you can throw from third to first, you got a great fucking arm. And let's just say, when I got a ball in my left hand to take them out, guess how many guys got tagged in the back, in the real back, and screamed as they tried to hit my plate? Right, guys? One was a police officer. That even before he got at bat would go, "Kimmy?" And I'd go, oh, and the Goche boys, like, the balls would go by so fast. Okay, go, have fun, take a call. Or you had to take a call. Oh, I just remember one. But just like the bullet that almost shot me when I was a kid and said, "No, I ain't going into the Army Cadets." That the Goche boys, or all women, it would go by you, and it goes like this fast. It goes, shoo, shoo, shoo. Just imagine this fucking idiot jumping in front of the ball. I had shin pads because I wouldn't move. Just imagine somebody hitting a ball, and you got me at third base going, okay? I caught balls with this hand that didn't have a glove on it. I swung the bat one time, and it's a proven fact, because the guy who was the umpire and Chrissy, who was the back catcher, because I love this Kimmymonster, she was cool. She worked at the lab playing with bugs and doing all these things with bugs. And I think, Chrissy, you're retarded. Just saying you're playing with buggies. So I'm at the plate with my baseball bat. Okay. Boom. Strike one. Kramer's going, oh, good God, she's doing so. Boom, hit the ball, goes straight up in the air, comes down, hits me on the head. Oh, that hurt. And I go, whatever I did. And I look at the umpire who works with my husband. He goes, you okay? I go, I don't know, but am I out? So, and my kid was playing on the other fucking team with Chrissy and the Goche boys. Our son. We were on one team, hubby and I. And our daughter and son are on that team. So if I hit the ball out center field, my daughter was there to catch her mother out. Bobby Joe, if you and Nikki are watching this, because my daughter got all Nikki's friends out to one time. Said, let's play baseball. So all the guys are all in really close, as my daughter said, you better back up. As I think a lot of these people have never played baseball before. Guess who got a home run as she's going? And they're going like this. Bobby Joe, do you know how to play baseball? And that's why I love. This is out to Nikki's family. I love your son. Oh, my chili's here. Because I'll tell you, when they played that day, baseball, my daughter stepped on a nail. Just saying. I think this is why they don't have kids. Because Bobby Joe had her. Just saying. Okay. She's on the wall. I'm going to tell secrets, I guess. Okay. The Band-Aids were in the kitchen, where the first aid kit usually should be in the kitchen, because you usually get all your boo-boos and you cut yourself in the kitchen. Okay. Or have two. Okay. One in there, one in the bathroom. So Nikki comes with a little Band-Aid going, here, Bobby Joe. And he's not looking. As my daughter's on the potty going, well, you gotta come in closer. I'm kinda on the potty. Love of my life. I know she wasn't saying that, but she's probably going, Mommy said I'm gonna get it back. I don't have any kids, but I got a big kid that I love him. Because he likes Pop-Tarts like me. Because he throws them in the bucket. So every time he throws all the candies and the stuff and the nummies, he's me. Because she's like her daddy. Why do you need this? Why do you need that? I don't say nothing when you bring something in the house. Something that's usually electrical. For guys stuff, you know. This is all you women. Oh, I just had raspberry. They were really good. Strawberry Pop-Tarts. See, you get me off. Strawberry Pop-Tarts with cream cheese. See, I used to get yourself some pup ladies you can buy. Roll it out. Do your stuff in the middle. Okay. Your puff pastry. Roll it till it gets this big. Put your filling in. Get your cream cheese. Or you can cut them little, like do your own turnovers. Craig, throw these at the kids as soon as they come home. And then you egg wash it. Like you egg wash, like a little bit in the corners, like a glue. Don't do lots. And then you just like a pierogi. Yeah. Or you can keep it long and you do what I used to make was called a strudel. And see, I would take the pastry and after I put my center on there, like here, I would flip it in 3, like this. So I keep don't double it too much, but I keep my seam on the bottom so when it's filled with the cream cheese or rhubarb and strawberries, all that stuff, or peaches, whatever fruit you want to fill it with. Then you take your knife and you just little slits. Or egg wash it, sugar it, then cut it. Your egg wash will help your sugar, which is get a bigger grain. And then you put that all over. Then you cut it because you don't want to cut before you egg wash. Because if any of the egg gets into your seam, it won't poof up. And because in this piece of pastry that you buy that's called puff pastry, we had to make it by hand at college. And you take, and it's called Danish pastry dough. And you start off like this. First layer is 1. And then you put in the middle a slab of butter in there. And then you fold it like this. And then you put it, we had machinery. So we put it in the machine, comes back. Then you fold it in half. But you do these folds so many times, ding, 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 to the point where you get 144 layers of butter in between each layer of pastry. So that's why now that, like I used to buy cases of puff pastry sheets about, the size that you get your ovens, they were that big. That's why I saved all my pans, other than the pans that didn't fit, that I gave to restaurants and said, here, take my stuff. I'm getting out of the business. I'm going to go look up in my pantry, and I'm going to go see my crystal and say, here, need this stuff. I'm going to save, I have got wedding cake pans to do 6 layers. Square, hexagon, round, oval. That I'm going to keep possibly, and I'm going to use them and do like stones, like putty stones, whatever you call it. Because I'm going to do Ishtar's garden. Our son has a drone I'm going to get him to do a grid of our property like Benny Keys showed with how you can do a grid. Because next door we have a logger who knows everything about trees. Everything. Every fucking. So the front yard is where we get all the sun. So we're a garden there where it's going to be raised beds like this above the ground. So I don't got a bed, you know. So and underneath around the bottom of the garden will be flowers or whatever can grow close to the earth. Like your first time I ever made a garden, I put peppermint squash in the middle. I had 40 peppermint squash and nothing else. Better not put them in the corner of the garden or just don't even fucking grow them. They're yucky anyways. Sure you could. You can put any kind of jam. You know what I like? You can buy it. What was that? Raisin pie. Yeah. You know what's good is too? You know the old water heaters? Cut them in half. Boom. They're like this, but you only need because there's a guy selling you know all the outer bark because there's lumber yards nearby. All the outer of the trees because he's a logger. He's got logs like all over his property that he's saving because I want him and these two guys. His wife and I keep trying to get my husband out of the house and talk. But my husband's had a hard time. He lost 3 of his best friends died. So he's holding back too. When you have your best friends die, it's like, because his last buddy, it's the first time I went to a funeral in years other than my dad's. When this big old bear Tommy. See, him and I went to school together. Yeah, they make really good. Start that as your base of your. And it looks pretty with all the wood on the outside. You don't have to have a perfectly piece of wood. And that stuff is because they have to cut so much off. But Tommy was at the end of his life. He was a steel worker. He drove a crane. And at the end of his life, Tommy couldn't walk. And being a humble man, he fell a couple of times having to call people and say, help me. He died similar to my daddy. Fell out of bed, or my daddy fell out of bed and just died. After he said, Kimmy, go home. And when those of us love those who are strong, yeah, he always was ours. Like, he watched me when I was in school. Tommy always had a crush on me, but he was my Tommy, you know. And these guys, you know, you're the guys that work with your husband every day. They know, just like a cop. That's why I love my cops. There was a guy at the steel plant one day. He had clocked out. And there's, like I told you, this strange story about the president of my school. Before her wedding, her fiance gets decapitated by Oklahoma Steel. All of a sudden, one guy was supposed to leave, and they called him back. He was in the shower, so he goes back, and nobody realized that he had fallen down a chute. Where the trucks are so big, they don't see him till they gotta go and do a walkthrough. Wife calls, "Where's my husband? Where's my husband?" So everywhere you go, there's danger. I know of a butcher in the Sioux. Didn't wear his a butcher's vest with steel like the armor. Just thought, I'll go to my place of business. I'll cut up the meat for the animal, or because he cut up his own meat. I'll cut up the steaks for tomorrow. Doesn't go home. They find him because he didn't wear his butcher's vest, which is it's chainmail. I guess he went and took his knife somehow, and the knife hit something. And they found him laying on the floor. He had sumo wrestler, well, whatever that. It's a dull knife is the worst thing to have. If you have a sharp knife, you're more apt to be careful if you don't know your knife skills. That's why I said, anybody come near me, if I got something, I could kill you. I'll find something to take you down. Because the first thing I do, I'll kick you in the fucking knee, then I'll go at you. And after you're struggling because I squished your manhood or your femalehood or grabbed you by the boobie if you're a girl. No, this will be my first year gardening. Then I jump on your face, poke my fingers through your eyeballs. And as you're going like this and screaming, punch your teethies out. Because that's what I want to do to Benny Keys. Oh, it's short. Well, I'll show you outside. Because we still have snow. They probably already done a drone thing over my property to see where's this crazy lady live? She's gonna come and kill us. See, there's outside. Can you see? There's across the road. Everybody, let's put in a cash app for me to run outside. See the birds? It's going on there. Right down there on the ground. We usually have about maybe 10 or 12 bunny rabbits running around chasing the bunny rabbit. I think as my little Yorkie goes, what the fuck are they? Mommy, they're bigger than me. Get these all over here because I'm scared. That's why I love babysitting with kids, because all of a sudden it'd be, Mom, I don't want to go home. She makes so many voices. Look. And I was a bad grandma. I gotta put my crochet hook in there. I'm gonna lose a stitch. Don't ever lose a stitch, because one time my husband went out there and unraveled the whole fucking, like, stop! My dress is going. So, one of my SSs is here. Everybody, this is an SS of an SSE. Because her name is Sammy Joe, because she reminds me of my niece, Sammy. She's got beautiful blonde hair. Hi. Oh, good Lord, we've been on for 47 minutes today. I did an hour and something earlier, and I haven't done a fucking thing. I'm turning into a guy sitting and doing lives all day. Kissing up to the girls. Oh, should I do a Benny Keys? Okay, here we go. Okay, here's my microphone. Black microphone. I gotta crush some more stuff, so just a second. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, do my hair. Well, hello, Sammy Joe. Kasha, thank you for giving me that, Kasha. Sammy Joe. Baby. Baby. But you know what this is? This ain't no vagina. It's a mic. That Benny Key. Ooh, baby, ooh. Because when he goes offline, after you give him all your money, for him to say, thank you for that cash app, gangway. He goes in the bathroom and goes, and that's sex with Benny Keys. Just saying! How come nobody spins me on live? You don't even have to cut it up. You know why? Because they're all spin-offs, Benny Keys, and won't let the Kimmymonster on their channels. Because they all got thousands of people. Then when I said go to see Benny Keys, a popcorn hour in the United States, after I threw a snowball in the unit, nobody subbed to me. They went over there and then they subbed and subbed. What the fuck? Bada boom, bada bing. Did you forget about me? Are you crazy? And then he calls, they call me the Unabomber. Hi, who is that? Oh. Blind guy calls me. I send him an email. Please, I need some. I didn't know he was going to read it. Bada boom, bada bing. Can I please come in your channel? Because guys kind of get it the wrong impression. Because I thought I was sending it to Lori, but he reads it and gets a hard on for a Ion Entertainment. But they're in love. Good Lord, love a duck. And he says, I'm crazy. After on one of his lives, he said, I've been up for 39 hours straight on the computer. And he's a single father. So who's feeding the fucking kids, you piece of fucking garbage? Gamers playing games. Let's build a house together and live together in your game. Get off your fucking game and build a garden. Because I think I gotta go because I hear my hubby moving around. Because he's going, it's my baby saying today. Will my baby eat today? Will my baby ever understand that a little man saying I tried to shoot him is more scared of me? Because he knows when I get to build my lodge, see the beat? That's Lacey. When I build my lodge, this is not a threat. This is a promise until Benny Keys clears my name. When I go inside a lodge, he will die in a lodge. He has no spirit, he has no soul anyway, so he'll just fall over. Like the little goat's name, Kimmymonster, that I hope is real, because I haven't still gotten any emails from anybody other than one person. And Mary, who said I'm jealous about Benny Keys reaping in the gangbang money, and thought it was funny that you could send this email out of the blue. You're probably the chick who fishes with Mama Bitch Keys. Why would you ever send me a picture of you fishing? Because you're going to go swimming with the fishes. All of you. Because remember, I scared guys that I went up and went, hey, get out of my fucking kitchen. Who the hell are you? Stop eating off that. I don't know who you are. That's unsanitary. Get the fuck out of here. You're not part of the kitchen staff. The other head guy, after he turned around and walked out, and this guy come back after again, I was cleaning up all the turkey juice because some fucking idiot, and didn't clean it up because I'm not going to tell you what happened at the hill on emptying grease. Hot grease in a plastic pail. This is why Mr. Hillsinger, because he hired me to go up there. Because when I was looking up, he goes, do you know who you just told to get your fucking hands off the turkey? I'm like, oh no. See the heartbeat? Because I think he's gone. Maybe either one of these men. He goes, you know that guy who you said not to touch the turkey? And I said, yeah. He goes, that guy owns that turkey, that stove. I'm on the floor cleaning up, scooping up turkey grease that I put salt on because it absorbs grease. Okay. Just saying. So, sure you can, use your pie crust. All of a sudden I look in there, can I do this? Yeah, you know what to do? You can make your dough. And you know what I save? Save your rings of your paper towels, okay? Save them. And when you make your dough, take your paper and get parchment paper. It's called parchment paper. Doesn't have a wax film. And put this in between, like roll out your dough, take your cylinder, put it in the middle, and roll it like you're doing a Tootsie Roll. And then freeze them like that. And you can, with your fridges, you can, Oh, and like I told the story about all you ladies. Save your oranges, okay? See, I save my stems when I make. But this, when you take your orange peel, put them in there, put them in a jar until you get so much that when you push, you don't want it to go soupy. You want it packed in there, okay? And then you take vinegar, you pour that in there, and you let it. The guy who I watched this from, he said, you'll see your oranges will turn a color, almost like the same color of your spray stuff you buy. So then you take this stuff that's in here. It'll be all gucky and stuff. You get yourself a good colander, one of the ones that are steel, okay? A steel one. You pour it in there because the steel ones have a better webbing to catch everything. You pour that in there. And with the vinegar, and you could put lemon too. I bet you could put grapefruit because it's a citrus. And then it's your homemade disinfectant cleaner. And it's better than, and you can do your dog because it's vinegar. So it's when you mix too many cleaners, like if you do Javex and the ammonia and all those other things. And if somebody doesn't know, you don't mix those two. People gas themselves and wake up going, yeah. See, my healer who taught me, she took all the oranges, all the citrus, and we'd slice it. Let it dry. You didn't have to dehydrate, you just let it dry. And when you have your flowers, whenever you get a bouquet of flowers, save your buds. Save all your flowers. Everything. And you put it in you're not an old nylon stocking that got a rip. And then you gather enough until you can make whatever you want to make. Great Christmas gifts, little potpourri pouches. Put this all in your drawers. Then the mices don't come in because you have the certain scents that mice, critters don't like. So it's a natural rodent deterrent. Yeah. So it's all old knowledge that nobody does anymore because we just see it as appeal. But it's not just appeal. Like, whatever, this is what I believe in. And this is why I always say Mother Earth. Because we're mamas, whatever mama gives you, the daddy who's the seed, sure, we need your seed. But Mother Earth gives us full knowledge of everything, of what to do with that. Because it's always Mother's knowledge that saves us, like the pharmaceutical ways to heal your bodies without buying all this other stuff that they put me on, and I have no teeth because I threw up and I threw up and I threw up. They had me on Oxycontin, then they had me on Oxycontin, clonazepam, and something else all on the same time. So just imagine weaning me off the stuff that literally I couldn't do this. If I had a cigarette like this, it would drop, possibly catch fire. Then I would go like this, or I would fall off the bed. And this would catch on fire, or I'm on fire on the floor. So your body tells you a lot of times. And this was I was taught about years ago. If you're on a medication and you put your pills in your hand and you say, is this medication good for me? Your balance in your body will tip you back. If it tips you back, bad stuff. But if you're okay, and if it tips, you gotta watch. Try it with some of your foods or even your medication. If you have a question about your medication, do that. Because I can do my medication and I can do this. And because I've thrown up so much about mourning people I thought I loved online that don't remember me. Or, well, I don't know. It's because I couldn't pay them. And it's back to that where Benny Keys now has a members only list. It's exclusion again. Everybody that built his channel were probably the little people that can't pay to belong. Just I wish we all need to start baking for our families at home. I think if they start seeing us, what are you doing? You know. That's why I said if I had a GoFundMe for a 20-quart mixer, or if they make them smaller, I would have a freezer out there with my baking in it. It wouldn't be plugged in. It would be just honored. We have farmers around the area where you get your eggs and your... Don't put some flour. Okay, wait. What do you want me to say? I'll help you out. Okay. Don't I put some flour or something like that? Oh yeah. What you put in your... You want your... When you make your own fruit? Oh, shoot. You have to go to your baking store. It's not cornstarch and not flour. There is a pie thickener. It's pectin. The pectin, I think. And it's the pectin stuff that you put in your jams. I'm pretty sure that would do the same as you're thickening your pies when you're making your jellies. What I do when I do my fruit, okay, I cut up all my fruit. And then what my Bubba's did me, okay, you have frozen peaches, okay. What I do is, because this is what Bubba said, you take and whatever, you let them, if they're frozen, okay, they're all in your pan, they're frozen, okay. And you have, pretend these are all like wedges, okay. You sprinkle sugar all over, but then you, like in a bowl, and you toss them. All the sugar that coats to your fruit, you're going to cook this, and then you're going to... That's enough sugar. Yeah, I unthaw your fruit. Keep your juice. Don't throw out nothing. What's to do is put your fruit in a colander. So as your juice comes out, then you take your juice, then you do your juice separately and you cook it all. Because you don't want to put your fruit in too soon, because then it breaks apart. And then you get a smoothie. But you don't want a smoothie, you want chunks. So you keep everything out. Like put your fruit in the day before, and then take out your fruit that's in the colander and do this. And then whatever it says of how much liquid you need, then you take your pectin and you do all that. And as your juices that were from your frozen ones, you add up to whatever liquid you need, and then you get your real peachiness. And any kind of fruit, anything, even blueberries, but any kind of these little things, you got to be careful because they break just like beans. Or if you're going to make pasta fagioli, or you're making baked beans or stuff, like you keep it aside and you blend a bit of your stuff to make that thicken. Like if you got a sauce, like a pasta sauce that's not thickening, this is called beurre mignon. You take, or you could probably put that in there too. You take butter, equal parts butter to flour or corn starch or whatever, and you mix it. And you mix it until it's almost like your shortbread cookie. So and you can see where your pasta sauce is like soupy. And you could even add a carrot in there to draw the bitterness out and stuff like this. Leave it whole, because then you can take the carrot out and get rid of it, and people won't say, why you got carrots in your sauce? But I used to blend it up, put it in there. My kids didn't know they were eating carrots. So, sure, put the kiwi in there. Even if you have, like if you have fruit, that's just almost ready to go. Like if you see um like an apple that's almost gonna go, put that in too. Like grandmas never threw out stuff. They always converted it into something else. That's why I like it was a compote that this lady Phyllis at Stokely made. It was you gotta go and you gotta get dried figs. Dried, and I mean not little figgies, big figs, like wherever they get figs from. Big. Size of this. Squished down to figs. And apricots. Apricots, figs, raisins, currants. I said plums, right? Didn't I say plums? Prunes. Prunes. Prunes so people could go. Don't put too many of them. Just say it, you're going to be running. And then you put it all in a pot like this. Cover with water, sugar. Don't do much sugar because they've been dried. The sugar sucked everything out, so they're going to have sugar. So it's like as it draws the fruit back into by adding the water, you see your fruit come in. Yeah, and whatever this comes out, it's all the fruits that come back into their natural state of being dried. Then you pour this over oatmeal porridge, or you just take a bowl and you have your toast. This was Baba and Guido's stuff too. It was, you dry what you got on the land to where it's winter time when you need to feed and bring it back to its natural state to feed the babies when it's cold. That's why wherever I went, I always had the grandmas going. Or maybe it's because they said, go in with her. But my mother was never allowed near any nobody. And all the grannies, and even like my boys, Carmen, Yolanda, and the Morellis, they were an honest Italian family. That Yolanda gave me secret recipes that I don't even give my son. He wants the wing sauce, the wing spice, my Morelli boys. He brings his jar because he uses so much, and bada boom, bada bing. I put whatever I got, and then I give him the empty packages. So when he comes back the next time, bada boom, bada bing, he's got to replace the empty, but he doesn't know what's in there because bada boom, bada bing. Yolanda said never share. Never share. And if I wanted to, I could share. But because that lady gave me her secret. And this is out to my boys, the 3 Morelli boys. Your parents are with me and will be to the day I die. Because that family fed me every day I left work. Carmen would come over and Yolanda would come in at night, or either one of them would say, come have a bite to eat. We'll clean up the kitchen together. And then we'd do it. They saw me one time after I opened up the dishwasher door. It was soaking wet. Soaking wet. You had to come in going, what the heck did you do? I said, I don't know. And she hugged me and said, my girl, I love you too much. And every night I worked there until I went to Sioux College to get my degree. She would come up with a bag bigger than this, going, take it home. I go, no, why? I'd watch her take stuff and go, no, I need that for soup tomorrow. And she'd go, you go work. And as both of them are telling me to do stuff, my boys, my Morelli boys, your mom and dad fed me and my family every night I left. Because she knew the bones that everybody had, the primary of that the Canadian was the best. And still, if they are open, because I'm going to go see my boys. Because they fed me. And they still do. Because the people I worked for, every one of them, the Hill Singers, the Petersons, which are millions and billionaires who own Stokely Creek Lodge, that made sure the property would be never, ever turned into anything. It would be a woodlands. It would be a sanctuary. That I walked up a hill and fell down a mountain trying to get to the lodge. Everybody that I met in my life saved me. Because every one of you are gladiators, warriors. Because I have twins in my life. Twins at the time that Darian Brown had a murder put on him. But he's considered non-competent to stand trial. So Benny Keys is, as you heard my husband coming in, because he's going, are you going to eat today? Oh. Wow. I'm sorry. Who's been missing? The family I know, they weren't involved with the mob. Because I worked for a family that was involved with the mob. But I don't know nothing but you know what I'm trying to say. But they were good to me too. I could go still open. They had to make their money doing whatever they did. Can't make a big house like that selling beets. Just saying. So it's like everybody's crew has a crew who can take out. It's why there's nothing will ever grow in Bakersfield in that desert, because way back then, everybody was taken out there to Bakersfield. Car. 2 guys come back. Oh my God, thank God. Did she get away? Yeah. Anybody get you in a vehicle, you're done. That's why my daddy always said to me, you never get in a car. And you fight like hell. You go for their eyes first, because you blind somebody. Car's going to crash. Maybe you'll be able to get out, but everybody's going to crash. That's why I always said girls should carry a pencil in their pocket or a crochet hook. Imagine getting stabbed by this. Well, I remember your old buns where you had those were the Chinese people are smart. They always had their buns with a couple of these in there. Yeah. She has a guardian angel. And have her start, all you women, get some rose quartz. I got made fun of before. All you women need to get a rose quartz stone. It's a little pink stone. Okay? Little pink stone. Put it in your bra. Put it under your boob. Under your left boob. Because that's your heart. And you'll see. You'll calm down. Men right now should be doing tiger's eyes because it's male-female. It's a grounding stone, which the guys that are like this will have the female part of the stone calm down. That's why I say Darian had a fidget spinner. He had something in his hand. That's why when he walked up to Carter and looked in and walked back around and looked, where's the bed? Why am I doing this? I feel like a creep. Because the whole bedroom had changed. See how beautifully dressed that young boy was that day? He couldn't hurt a baby. Yeah. Go have fun and bake. Yeah. You can use, since you're going to eat whatever you're eating today, you can use flour as a thickener or the beurre meunier. Equal parts butter, and you'll see it'll thicken it up. But anything that you're going to freeze, it'll cloud. You have to get the special thickener or it'll cloud. Don't freeze nothing. Well, everybody's going to go freak out. She's making them. They're going to call the neighbors. Mommy, make something. They must have talked to that lady, Kimmymonster in Canada. Don't you think I should have my own cooking show? Tender flake lard is the best lard. Come cook with Kimmymonster. If you need any cooking advice, just ask. If you need anything witchiness, just ask. If you want to see her face morph into Red Skeleton, Jim Carrey, James Carrey. I'm from Canada too. Martin Short. Remember the church lady? Oh. Remember Rosanna, Dana. She died too soon. Right? All our really good comedian women never get. Right? Yeah, you're probably not even you, Benny Keith. I wish it was you, but it's probably not. Probably one of your clones to just be mean to me, right, Benny? You want to see my trophy? This is my gold medal, too. I have a silver one, too. This is what I won. DJ Kelly Russell Food Equipment Award, 1992. I won this for doing a wedding cake. And I won a $700 knife set, too. You're probably not even you, Benny. Because I noticed in other lives, a bot's trolling. See, they're doing it again. You want to see what I make? This is I crochet. Do you want to see a jacket I made? By hand without a pattern. Let's brag on the Kimmymonster, okay, people? This is my black jacket. This is made in the theme of the Game of the Thrones. With a long... It will have a hood. Then I have to go all the way around it again and add my beadwork. This is another one. Has to be redone, beadwork done. This is the purple one that everybody asked how the purple one was going. This is the blue one that I'll be sending to Pendar. Because I lost 55 pounds now since Steve's auntie died. Evie walked. So it doesn't fit, as you can see. Here's another shirt I designed with the sleeves. They call them prayer because I like them with girls that fidget. You can go like this. So nobody sees when you're nervous or you're scared, or scared if you go into somebody's live and get told, get the fuck out. That's what I do, okay? See? See? It's probably not even Benny Keys, because a troll did this under... Who's in here? He's under your... Kimmy. They trolled in off your ID again. I found it in the last lie. No, what he said. You leave what he said. Because I'm shutting down my live.